Okay, so we have that going. We need to worry about our food and water here. This is dehydrating us, which is fine because we have goldenrod. Now we have 2 potato seeds and 2 potatoes. Guess it's another thing we could do, isn't it? We could set up our farm. Where do we want our farm to be set up? Ideally someplace kinda close to here, right? But far enough away that the horde won't wreck it. We definitely want to build it to try to let the horde like walk over the top if possible, probably. So that means ramps. How many rebar frames do we have left anyway? I don't think we have any here. Okay, so that's another thing for us to worry about. Alright, so let's check this. So a machete blade sells for $4.20. Make an actual machete of it. Even $4.20 is not bad though. We're getting about 1,000 for the steel, so the machete costs half as much. If you take a look, right, a machete blade costs 200, which is the same as $10. Yeah, 10, but we need 20, that's gonna cost half as much. And an actual fully working machete sells for 700. That's a pretty good price increase. Would fully repair this. It does fully repair that. Okay, we probably didn't need to do that, but I did it. Let's try to make, well, you know what? Guess we can try to see if we can sell a bit to both. We'll come back later on to check. But we also need rebar frames. That requires an anvil. Just let that work. So what do we do in the meantime? So making the farm someplace over here wouldn't be terrible. But we did plant some stuff around here. It's just not very flat land, is it? That's part of the problem. I think this might wind up being our best bet. Like over here. So we don't need that machete for right now. We are far enough away from don't need too big of a farm to start, and we can do a multi-layer farm as well, I guess, can't we? Whether it's up or down, we can work that out. Do we get more if we hit that with that? No, we don't. So this right here, I think it's narrowed down here. So this might be something we actually do level off. Oh, I got friends incoming. Excuse me, I'm trying to set up a farm here. There's one pistol. No, bodies don't fall to the ground. Look what I didn't want to happen. So how is it that we get dogs and those rated in the same threat level or whatever? Inquiring minds would like to know. This is probably more of an area than we're actually going to use for now. Is that gravel over here? Because I kind of think that's gravel. Yeah, leading down to iron, but still gravel, and I don't think crops are going to grow on gravel. Okay, so this is up here. So if we say these are the outer walls potentially, right? We're saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. That'd be nice at a minimum to come out to here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of crops going down like that. To match that over here, we'll need this. That should give us plenty of crop room to start, I think. We're gonna have to do some landscaping, obviously, here. This has become rebar. This is just leveling the actual ground for right now. Let's go grab some dirt. We'll need it to fill all of this in. Remember we used to care about having lots of plant fibers? We needed them for stuff. Nowadays, I guess it could still be used for pipe bombs, sticks of dynamite, all this stuff. I guess we should have been hanging on to a human turd for fertilizer, huh? Wait, can we only use the rotting flesh for the... How about that? That'll only work for that. Well, I guess I should have been hanging on to the human poop I found for fertilizer's sake. Brilliant. Is this always going to take all of these attacks to break down? It looks like it is. So that's going to be really annoying to tear down. Machetes are still working, but you know what? We can start making these. There we go. I want the dirt. And apparently fertilizer is going to take a while, so let's get all this rotting flesh. We need nitrate. We look at this and we say, hey, when we have some fertilizer, and you're like, well, you saying you have human turds? No, we don't have human turds. Well, I guess you're out of luck then. I don't know if I want to burn all that nitrate powder on it, but I guess we'll probably eventually use it. That'll take a long time to get there, though. So we're going to plant a first crop without it, I suppose. That is more than a day to work anyway. Obviously, we're also going to need more nitrate. So we're apparently using nitrate and stuff like this. Dirt fragment doesn't go there, rotting flesh does. Bone, arrow. Plant fibers. Gunpowder goes up here. Have ourselves a new pistol. Let's sell that. Does not mean to swing. I don't think it's really going to be a problem, though. We need another claw hammer at some point, don't we? Oh, we found a 600 hoe. How about that? That is hilarious. Oh! Check this out. Look at that. We just found a 568 steel pickaxe, and I wonder how many of you noticed that before I did, and are like, come on, look at what you actually found. Well, I'll be. Well, now we can one-shot everything. So this has, at 650, 675, That has about 300 swings to go. So I don't think we need to repair it quite yet. So we can't actually increase the power of it, but holy cow. This is going to be worth selling. So the black dress boots, we'll want to sell those. Wood comes down here. If you want to make some plains ground, let's start by making like 100, I guess. Also, let's make like another 100 wood frames, which will take a lot less time. That's like the way it looks like. We'll want our garden hoe, and I don't know exactly how this is going to work out, so I'm only going to take a few of these. We have a lot more rotting flesh that... How did rotting flesh get into there? How did this get into there? No, bad. Bad, bad, bad. I messed up. Cotton bad. No, none of you should be in there. Well, that's rotting flesh. We could have used another stuff, I guess. So I'll leave the one potato in there, just in case something goes wrong here. And we can plant a ton of corn and a ton of coffee beans. I will plant a bunch of blueberries. What do we even care about blueberries for? Let's be frank here. What do we care about? Blueberry pie, which takes snowberry extracts. So herbal antibiotics can be used. Other way, we need mushrooms. We have mushroom seeds. What's the difference between... No, those are coffee beans. So we make those into coffee seeds. We have mushrooms. Keep some of these. I think we'll keep some of these. No, go on, make 6 of them. Oh, it takes 2 each for the mushrooms? Okay, let's hang on to 2 mushrooms because I want to see what actually happens with this. Yucca seed. Can we turn this into yucca seeds? We can. We're not going to need all of those. Yeah, we'll see what we can plant. We definitely don't need all these blueberries. I think we're fine not planting blueberries for the moment. We could make a lot of cornbread though, but I think meat stew is kind of our goal here. So those are not going to take much time, so let's just say now we'll make the rest here. Let's see how this goes. I have no idea what I'm doing. How's our rebar frames going? Do we have any being made? No, we need to make that here. I don't know, let's just start off with 500. We'll come back and we'll get that after we finish setting up the actual ground floor here. I'm not going to actually hoe everything until later. It used to be that you can only plant every other row. I don't know if that's still the same, but I'm going to probably start by assuming that and experiment more later. So we need plains ground here. We don't need that steel pickaxe for the moment. We should do that. We can say, hey, there's gravel over there, yay. So that'll need to be shoveled up. So we can actually make more dirt. That is kind of weird. You see it actually raises the ground here to make this nice, even. That goes down. Anything that goes down is bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the 7 spots. I'll have like a ladder on one end or something, I guess. Or do we just go over one more? Maybe we just say let's go over one more. Here it doesn't matter what's underneath it. Now that'll matter. We're hoeing it. That to be actually round. Then over here, this stuff needs to be filled in. Steel framed this way, so that's good. Is this any faster at getting? It's like I wasn't trying to do that, but I can repair that. So the question is, do I want to level that? Probably. So that's what it'll come to. Part shouldn't be needed so much, but we're doing it just in case. Fertilizer is going to take a long time to do, as we've noticed. I wonder if upping our science would help. Our science is already 7 out of 10, so we wouldn't increase that much by upping it up more. I mean, miscellaneous crafting and science are both high, so unless it's gunsmithing for it, I don't think there's a ton we could really do. Alright, so we got all of these. We should probably leave these down until we fill this in, just for sake of reference. Actually, what we can do even, place these here. Just so this will all move out. And that's everything we need to do. I think I accidentally picked up something I shouldn't have picked up. Guess we got all of those. I'll need to make that high. I'm gonna ramp up like over here. We shouldn't really have to defend this. I hope. We're not going to probably bother the roof to start, but if it turns out we do need a roof, this goes there because that's where we planted the dirt. Okay. So we can go get things like the machetes. I have to admit, like on one hand it's nice that I found the pickaxe, on the flip side it's like really trying to max my toolsmith as best as I can. I'm leveling, and it turns out it's like, well, you just got the thing you are most worried about randomly from a random zombie who had nothing special about him on top of anything else. Dirt can go back in here. About that later. Stone goes there, wood goes here. Plant fibers go there. Sand and eggs go back there. We need a potato seed from this. Nitrate powder goes there. Yucca seeds. Don't think we're ever going to use it, but grab them anyway. Mushroom spores. They don't need light or anything. Okay. Pickaxe, machete blades. Sand will go here. Then we're actually going to need claw hammer. Which we'll put there. These machetes can go here. We remove my machetes now. I have 6 blades. Significant improvement there. But we also still need the rebar frames. We do have 360, which is probably enough to start with. Let's go see how many of these machetes we can sell. And if I hadn't put in the points to scavenging, and I hadn't bought Quality Joe as well, right? I mean, I guess the idea is you get Quality Joe, but I wouldn't naturally be able to buy Quality Joe until much later, and even then at 60, it wouldn't be in the one of the top 2 loot brackets. We're literally just killing completely random zombies. Not even, like, if I said I sought out working stiffs to try to find better quality tools with scavenging, it'd be like, okay, that's valid. But I just have to horde and I just looted a random zombie. I don't know if it was what type of zombie it was. Maybe it was like one of the worker zombies. I don't know. They all turn into that same thing.
Anything you like?
How many machetes are you interested in buying, sir? I already know all of these. 1, 2, 3 is still there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I don't think you'll buy anything else at this point. Not interested in more than that. That gives you 3 machetes. Okay. How about the blades? You want to buy all of them? Okay, you'll buy all of them. I don't know if I come back, you might not buy any more. Maybe there will be, or maybe that's the limit. I don't know. I don't know if you'll have a limit on those or not.
Much
It's like if you can get the iron. So we have this extra machete sitting around, so the next day or whatever, we'll turn them in. the other guy, or we can sell him slowly when he restocks. On one hand, in a sense, I guess I'm trying to game the system. On the other hand, I'm basically saying, look, I can make high quality tools. I've invested the points into it. Do the other people who supposedly live in these wastelands, right, can they use those? Do the traders want those quality tools? Because apparently he's trading with more than just me, even though we never see anyone else. This has been less than... How many arrows am I going to waste on this guy? So this 300 swings down below is going to be 150 meters. If I get 150 meters in one night, I would be ecstatic, so I don't think it's going to end up being an issue. I mean, I've not measured the end-to-end length here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I have 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was I going over one more? Maybe I was going over one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, okay. 8, that's fine. I am now overshooting. Sometimes I just destroy all of these, or is it regrowing already? I don't know. Let's tamp down the ground over here. I think we are good. This will be our farm. I wonder, does this give any XP? We're nearly to 88. We're nearly to 89. That means that we haven't even gained 11. Oh, hello. You guys have sure been quiet until getting right on top of my face. I guess that's lead, right? So, I'm good. guess it got me part of a level, but not all that much. Alright, well, let's just fill this in first. I guess that technically could have been dogs that showed up in my face too, couldn't it have? Now, in the past, it would have been okay to have a shorter wall that was only like 3 high, but now the zombies are able to climb on each other's backs, which means you really need a little bit higher than that. Still have plenty, but we really need this wall to go like 3 more higher. We have 10 minutes before nightfall, so let's see how fast we can do this. We have new grass that grew down below for some reason. One of the dangers here is that if you jump off this wall in the wrong direction, you could break your leg because it's too far. Ideally, we'd like to go 2 more here. This is 5 so far. So maybe I'll take like dirt fragments here and level it out in every direction for a bit or something. And to go up 1 more. I think will lead to something like this. The next trick is after building this wall, I'm gonna make Mexico pay for it, right? Oh wait, no, I think that country like doesn't coherently exist along with the rest of the world because it's the zombie apocalypse or something. good plan up until that part. Okay, so we have this in here. And does this look any better in a different way? So now if I do this here, can I just pull this entire area now? I guess maybe I can. I'll just find it's really overkill if I can use up every square block of it then. Apparently this wasn't leveled even though I thought it was, I don't know. It wants to fertilize stuff, but... Okay, so now what can we do? That's done. So potatoes, first priority. Then mushroom spores. And coffee seeds. Oh, so the seeds go in a different way than everything else. Plant the yucca. I don't know how this yucca is going to work out, so I'm going to put that in this row. And corn. Okay, we've planted all of that. We have this set up. We go to our journal. Chemistry station. Farming. Use the secondary to fertile. Once it is, you can plant crops. Areas that are burned down recently may have fertile spots. Okay, so let's see how that all grows, huh? See, this over here is what I'm concerned with, really. You fall off this down to here, and you're probably going to break your leg. So I'm thinking I may come and help this out a little bit down here, like fill in this region specifically. And the same to a smaller degree on this side. So our actual resource per second or whatever isn't really going to go up with a better steel pickaxe. Well, it might, but not that much. The main thing is being able to crunch through the actual terrain. And then we'll come back to the crops in a few days, I suppose. What are the odds that I accidentally left a single iron rock over here? It doesn't look like very good odds at all, because I'm not seeing any. Okay, here's a screamer. Our ramp is slightly beat up, but it's okay so far. Why? No! Not that big a deal, but it is annoying. Could be worse if there's actually something that accidentally making it would be worse. Just really wish we could get like better weatherproofing. It's about to hit night. I don't know if it's even going to be worth even worth swapping now that we can one-hit it. Or might be better off just letting stamina regenerate. So we have machetes that can be sold. Actual useful tool. Bring this all back down here. Sure, why not? We still have over 6,000 dirt. Just here. Okay, who's ready to go test out our new shovel? If your answer is nope, not me, too bad. We're going anyway. And by shovel, I mean pickaxe. If you thought, haha, I'll be tricky, because he's clearly wrong, it's like, well then, that's just mean. Credit where credit is due, this is already a fairly long tunnel, isn't it? So we definitely want to stop at, like, make sure we don't go past something like 529 for now. but still gives us like 400 meters to go. So it's not really a risk of happening in the next night or tonight. Maybe tomorrow or something in theory if we... I don't know, because now we're able to go every 4.5 seconds. Maybe we should have grabbed some beer so we could mine indefinitely. And that's what the idea of the coffee is. As you can see, we're getting more per block, nearly double, back before we could do this. But this should give us an increase from the iron rocks. There's level 90 at least. While we wait for this to recover, is there anything else interested? First aid, quest tracking, bedroll, farming, alternate ammo items simply augment guns with flashlights. Spending skill points, mining, each biome has a predominant ore which we could use. Painting, we'll read more about painting once our stamina is drained again. Because maybe we should use that to mark our crates. I'm trying to imagine a way to get the mini bike to bedrock without just disassembling it. I don't think I'm seeing it. The downside for disassembling it, that means you need enough room in your inventory for all of the pieces, and you can't have anything in the mini bike's basket. I mean, I guess you could try to make like a door on the surface that opened, and then you had to drive this huge ramp down, but okay, so journal time. Painting. Use a paintbrush and paint to give your base a custom look. Focus on a new paintable block. As a secondary action to paint a surface. Primary action to erase. Hold the reload to hold additional painting features and change the color. Okay. Harvesting resources. Treasure maps. Campfires, traders. Look at that, it's all over there. Slowly but surely. But even once we get over to there, that's still, it's 1.5 kilometers south as well. So getting over to the spot where we went for the trader is only just the start. It's going to be even longer to actually go down south to our other base. But as we mentioned, just getting that trader base up and running, or trader box really, Should have a ton of stone at least, is the good news from this, right? So we have our crop set up. We have our tunnel going, so we should probably go and make the actual base near the trader over there. That'd be a good thing to do. Journal, anything else? Forages, we already know. Airdrops. Cold weather. Doing activities requires stamina. Hot weather. Removing clothing. Bandanas. Are bandanas negative insulation now? I didn't think they were. No, they're just cosmetic now. Why you gotta lie to me like this? We hit 91. Not nearly as important, because shoveling already kills blocks in 1, so increasing the harvest rate from that, I'm not saying it's bad, but it doesn't really do much good. And with a little hiccup there, interruption. Admit I'm feeling kind of lost right now. That's kind of been my overriding goal, get to level 100. So, we can get... How's our steel pickaxe doing? We're getting close to being under half. And we should watch our heads here, because we might have a whole bunch of stuff come down on it. Well, here's nitrate. That's a bonus, right? Guess that might be nitrate over there. It's like we finally hit a vein of something. It's nitrate, so that's great. One of the downsides though is that a lot of this stuff tends to just fall down on your head if you're not careful. So, this also looks like nitrate. What is it? There we go. So we'll probably want to like line this off to make it clear. Oh look, we're getting 1 nitrate per gravel here too, because it leads to it. That's another thing they did. Whoa, see that is what you gotta be careful of. That is why you kinda want to dig from the ground up. Or from the ground down. So I don't know, maybe I go up a bit higher and then excavate this area? I'm not really sure. Do know that I need the nitrate though. And it has coal too, it has both. Gravel just makes it so much more dangerous to mine than it used to be. But this kind of vein is exactly what I want for gunpowder related stuff. I guess arguably I should just worry about this later, since for now I have plenty of stuff for gunpowder. You know, it's not exactly a pressing concern yet. Last thing I want to do is have this whole place collapse on my head and kill me. We hit level 92 as well. And we found more nitrate. Okay, this is apparently quite a deposit. Okay, that is good to know, but... And we are still 250 meters away from the point where we'll turn and go south. It's like we can come back and mine this later, I think. We don't need to worry about it right now. We do want to repair our steel pickaxe, though. Crops are going. I guess it's mainly just improve our base. So the way these hordes are going, I don't think we're gonna run into significant trouble for a while. Maybe it's just... There's that, like... I guess this is... That's probably nitrate too. I probably passed nitrate several times along here before I really noticed it. And I'm trying not to get distracted from the tunnel right now. Not until I actually need the gunpowder. This is a lovely tunnel. So we're not too far from being able to like pop up over there if we wanted, I suppose. Maybe it's worth establishing a little base over there too. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's grab our old pickaxe. Put this away for now. That comes out. Wrench comes out. This other stuff gets put away. Plains ground, we still have a lot to go, so we'll probably just leave that be for now. Sand goes there. Faster moving down the iron. Good, we can split this again. No problemo. Grab that. Get that in. You know what we should do? We should let our workbench do the work. See, and then we don't have to worry about it. Okay, so right now we're down to 510. We combine these, we're back to full. Great, that's 522. Okay, and then we need to figure out what to actually do today, don't we? Oh, the cement mixer. Go ahead and grab that, I suppose. Okay, signing off for now.